Hey, it's Jabbo. Well, oh well. We'll just go with it. Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for the tipper truck army. I don't know if you, the giant UCS tipper truck. I'm going to be building some tipper trucks in this video because my pile has gotten huge and I want to get these ready to take to Brick Fair, Alabama in a few weeks. Really a couple of weeks now. So I got a lot of work to do between now and then. But I haven't answered some questions in a while, doing a BrickTsar answer thingy. So we're going to look at YouTube, see if we can find some comments that contain questions or the hashtag BAT, BrickTsar answer thingy, and build a couple of tipper trucks while we're waiting. What I usually do is I put the tipper trucks in one of the Lego Creationary or Champion boxes like this, and these boxes hold 36 if you squeeze them in there. So we're going to build them, and we're going to talk to you while I do that. So I don't normally like to build while I talk because it's kind of noisy, and I mess up building. Actually, I'll just get a few of the pieces out so I don't have to keep reaching into the bags to get them, the important parts anyway. I'm already not liking this. Alright, so let's get to some of the questions while I do this. Maybe you get to enjoy the satisfying crunch. No, that's not too crunchy. Alright, so I got a question not related to my Lego content. Pizza Froth asked, when am I going to get that dragon done? And it took me a second. I'm like, well, it's not the Lego dragon because it's done. And then I was like, oh, he's talking about the Coaster Dynamics dragon. I think in the video talking about the vintage stuff, I actually filmed a couple of scenes over there next to the dragon. It's a roller coaster made by Coaster Dynamics. And we have some problems with it. And I got to thinking after I left I replied to his comment. I was like, you know what? I need to check to make sure the table is level. That's the one thing I haven't checked. But that's a roller coaster, and they usually run pretty. Oh, that's not the right piece. They usually run pretty smoothly, but for whatever reason, that it won't complete the circuit around without a little boost from your hand. So there's something wrong with it, but I was like, I haven't checked to make sure it's on a completely level surface. Now I did build those tables, so those tables are very likely not completely level. Also, the basement floor is not likely level. I know it does slope towards the back, which I think is in case you get water in or something, it'll flow out of the basement. Another tipper truck done. So yeah, it's a good question, and I do need to finish it because that thing was very expensive, the Dragon roller coaster, and I've never had it go up on its own. Like, you got the motor that raises it up, and then it stops at some point before it gets all the way back to the station. Well, it doesn't really have a station, but by the time it gets back to the lift, it stops, and it shouldn't do that. And the other ones we've built, like Montu and Frankenstein, they all work fine, but they're much smaller than the Dragon. So I will work on that, Pizza Froth. And I appreciate you reminding me. It is one of those things that is just kind of frustrating. Again, not Lego related, but anyway, it does take up a lot of space here in the basement, that Dragon roller coaster. All right, let's get to another question. If I can find some here. All right, here's one from Godzilla. I already did that part. This is why I hate building and talking at the same time. Godzilla Firebox. Oh wait, is that a question? It says, did you smile when you empty your own drawer number 3961 of the 2 red hinge plates? Yeah, so those are the parts, some of the parts I needed for the Eiffel Tower that I'm piecing together. And it's like, I didn't think about the alternate version of that part, and I had it all along. Had 2 of. Well, I had 2 in this box. Some of these boxes are a little tighter than the others, but yeah, I'm sitting there looking for parts, and I have them all along. So I did end up having to buy one more, at least one more, which is what we got from the House of Tonka in the last video. All right, Shadow Band asked a question, and they'll probably never hear this answer because I don't know if they know I do this series because BrickTsar Answer Thingy, and this was on an old video. It's on the Lego Town set number 6365, Summer Cottage from 1981, vintage classic set. I should have said vintage classic antique set. They want to know, where can I buy that set? And that is actually one of the most, other than what's your favorite set, I think the most commonly asked question on some of my old videos is, where can I get it? Even on videos where I was doing a haul, people would ask, where can I get that? I'm like, okay, did I not just say in the haul where I got it? You know, see, it's usually Bricklink or eBay. Sometimes I do mention the specific Bricklink seller. Occasionally even, oh man, I forgot to put the headlight brick on that. It's dangerous. Dangerous to build while talking. That's number 4 done. But yeah, it's always Bricklink or eBay. Now, of course, there's other places now like Macari and Facebook Marketplace, but it's a little harder to find specific sets. You just got to be looking and happen to find something you're looking for on those sites. But eBay and Bricklink, that's where you buy stuff. And I probably should go back. Actually, I should go over here, check eBay or Bricklink. I gave him a heart too. Oh, I need to heart Godzilla. I should heart these as I answer them so I remember that I did answer the question. So let me go back and do Pizza Froth. I hearted him. All right, as we build more tipper trucks here. All right, I think that sometimes I don't know if the questions... That's not really a question. Oh, here's one from Calataro Brick Them All, who asked, does this Target ship overseas? I doubt it, unless they have a presence in your country. So I don't think they do international shipping, but I don't have any way of really knowing. So the only thing I can suggest is go to Target.com and try to place an order. If they don't ship to your country, then you'll know. I know it's... I guess I don't think about that sometimes when I'm making videos about stuff like that I bought at a store, whether online or whatever, and then it may not be something that somebody in a different country has access to. I know a lot of times I see people in the UK buying stuff from stores that we don't have here in the US. So yeah, international shipping doesn't usually happen for smaller stores, especially, but Target's a large one, but even that I don't know. All right, so let me heart that comment. Not that I know of. I just took the standard comment that that was provided. So here's the one that was just a funny comment from Chris Cummings, talking about he watched the vintage Lego one, and then he went and watched one of my link videos, which was the beer, open your beer and wine Lego corkscrew and bottle opener set. He said, is this the first official Lego adult set? And I know that it is definitely not. It's a good question. But Sans did a video on like inappropriate, I think it was inappropriate Lego sets. And so they had things like cigarette lighters, and I think they might have even had other smoking products back in the 60s. So yeah, it's not the first time. But I think those sometimes were more like employee gifts. So they weren't necessarily things that were sold in stores. But so maybe this is officially like one of the first that was sold in stores to the general population of Lego fans. Why do I got regular 1x4 bricks mixed in with the headlight bricks. I'm noticing that. All right, so this is, I got 6 built. I had 1 to start, and I've built 5 in this video. I don't think I'm going to build all of these. It's taking too long. I could build these a lot quicker if I wasn't talking. But I want to get through these questions. All right, Chun Chan asks, do you feel like a hoarder, or if you have a shopping addiction problem? I buy so much Legos, it's all over my house. Sometimes I don't get them for years. Yes. So it's a good question, and I think I've talked about this before, like with people when they start YouTube, like an adult comes out of their dark ages, and they have the advantage of having a nice job and making money where they can afford to get all the stuff that they want to get. And it's like, how quickly do they fill up the space which they currently have? Like, say they dedicate a bedroom to their Lego collection. In no time, that bedroom is full. It's really quite amazing how quickly I've seen people fill up, whether it be their bedroom, a basement, a shed. I've seen just about everything. There's people who actually built spaces to put their Lego collection and then fill it up. So I have the additional problem of it not just being Lego, it's also trains, slot cars, Thomas the Tank Engine, which, it falls under trains, but I have model trains, I have model trains of Thomas the Tank Engine, and I have Thomas the Tank Engine in general. That takes up a lot of space. If I took all of the Lego out of the basement and then built storage displays and tables just for Thomas the Tank Engine, I would probably fill up a large portion of the basement just with Thomas the Tank Engine stuff. So, which also includes Duplo and Mega Blocks and things like that. So I'm thinking in 2022, I want to kind of. We did reach, in 2021, we kind of reached that point where I needed to be making sure I was getting rid of stuff, or selling. When I say get rid of, I mean sell things, because space is an issue here right now, and I can't properly play with things or display things because I've got too many things, which does get into that question of being a hoarder. And so I want to focus more on selling things, not necessarily on, like, I'm be on YouTube saying I'm selling things, but just listing things on eBay, going through my Lego collection, getting rid of duplicates. Again, when I say get rid of, it means sell. But I got a lot of duplicates, even of vintage sets. The vintage sets, it's always the hardest for me to part with the duplicates. I got, like, for instance, there's sets like the fire station. There's a fire station, the hospital, and a police station that they made the same set with two different numbers. I don't only have some of those sets with both the different numbered versions, but I have extras. And it's like, I don't need 4 copies of Brickyard. I may have 5 copies of Brickyard, but then I can never bring myself to sell. And I think one of the things about selling vintage sets, and everybody talks about Lego sets going up in value over the years, but with some of the vintage stuff, it doesn't really go up that much as far as it being in used condition. So it's like one of those sets, it might be $40 or something, even though it's a 40-year-old or 45-year-old set or something like that. So it's like, I don't know if I want to sell it for that amount, and so I end up not selling it, but I really do need to sell it. Because I just need to make space here in the basement. I don't need to have, you can't really enjoy the stuff if it's just stored away in boxes. So yeah, maybe in 2022 I'll get more focused on organizing the collection, and if it's been away in a box for 20 years, maybe I don't need it. So yeah, we will see. I wish I could have everything on display, but I don't at this time. All right, let me see if I can find another question. All right, let's see. I got one from Hugh O'Brien. I think it's a question. He put hashtag that. He says, off subject for the video that he was on. He said, just watched the new Home Alone on Disney Plus, and I noticed the Eiffel Tower featured in the scene with Lego. Do you think this could be an Easter egg for an upcoming release? Just found it interesting that you are piecing it together, and it has a cameo in a new 2021 movie. Was this your motivation for piecing it together? I apologize if this was not answered. I am answering it now in a video I am filming. So Hugh O'Brien, when you go back, it's this video. I guess no, I had no idea because I have not seen that. I just saw somebody do a review of the Home Alone, how horrible it was, the new one from 2021. I think it was Greg from BrickTsar talked about how bad it was. But no, I haven't seen it, so I had no idea about that Lego Eiffel Tower. So is it the original one, the one that I'm piecing together? And yeah, that would be cool if they put it in there because they were going to be making a new version of it. But I more likely think that the people that made the movie just used it as a prop. But of course, usually when if there's clear branding where you know it's Lego, then maybe they did get with the Lego group to get kind of like a brand deal for the movie. I haven't heard anything, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would have seen. To me, I would have liked to seen them do something like that instead of the Taj Mahal. It's like they did Taj Mahal. It's just like, as I said, I didn't buy the first time it came out, and then they re-released it. I'm like, I guess it was popular, but why not make one of these other things that people want, like Carousel, or well, they did re-release a new Carousel, but maybe, I don't know, maybe Eiffel Tower, that's a landmark that everybody knows. I could see them doing it again. But I think so Lego had this questionnaire I guess it was for VIPs. I couldn't find it. I saw one of the sites like Brick Fanatics talking about it, where they're going to have this subscription service is what they're talking about doing. I clicked no. I did do the subscription service questionnaire, but I said no on everything because Lego tends to do badly at those things. I did do the Brickmaster subscription service back in the day. It was a horrible value. Way overpriced. It was hugely disappointing. And this was long before YouTube and YouTube videos. So I never really got to do the honest reaction to those Brickmaster things. And that thing, it only lasted about a year, because I think the people that subscribed to it were like, yeah, I'm not paying $10 for a $3 poly bag. So I'm not, actually it was more than that. it was ridiculous. So that didn't last, that subscription service. But the way they're touting it is they're going to do a subscription service. So you pay $5 a month or whatever, and then you get the opportunity. To buy a discontinued set. I'm like, why would I pay $5 a month for something I don't even know what it's going to be, and I don't even know what the vintage set they're going to, or not even vintage, discontinued. Discontinued could be something that just went discontinued. Like, oh, you can buy the the Death Star. I'm like, no. I think the people, when they think of buying retired sets, they're like, oh, I can buy the airport shuttle monorail. I can buy the cafe corner. That's what people think when they think discontinued. I don't think of something that just went discontinued last year. So I just think I don't think it's necessary, Lego. Lego, you make great products. Just focus on the brick. You're looking at new ways of making money without doing anything. You're wanting people to give you money and not get anything in return. It's like, just make the sets that people want and they will buy them. You got a set that you made that is out on shelves right now. It's already discounted. I saw Ryan post a video and there were like thousands of these sets in the store. Nobody wants it. Wasn't what people wanted. And yeah, you made it and you can't sell it. And yet people are telling you they want Castle. People are telling you they want Pirates. You won't make it. You just won't make it. Instead of making a subscription service, make the products that your adult fans won't, because I guarantee you the kids will like it. If the adults will like it, the kids will like it. But don't make adult only sets, because no kid will want it and no parent will buy it for the kid if it's adult only. So yeah, I think it just, I want to run the stupid desk at Lego. You bring your ideas to me and I'll tell you if they're stupid. Just, yeah, if you could just give me, I could do that from home, Lego. Just I'll sit here at my desk. I have a sign that says stupid or not stupid. You present your idea to me and I'll give you my input, stupid or not stupid. All right, we got another question from Lego Legitimate. Says, do you have any advice on where to get this set for around retail price, and is it worth piecing together? I love people. I appreciate it. So This is about set 70657 Ninjago City docks, which I pieced together. So obviously a good question to ask on that video, because I did piece it together. Was it worth it? It was for me, because I didn't have to pay the aftermarket price. But no, the only way you're going to get that thing for retail price is you find somebody selling it at a yard sale or something, or somebody who doesn't know the value of it. They're like, oh, we're done with it. Let's take it to Goodwill. We used to, I don't know if this is inappropriate to say, but back in the day when I had time to go to yard sales, which has been decades, I think I was single the last time I used to go to yard sales a little more frequently. You go to the yard sales at the rich people's homes. So I was not a rich people. So yeah, you go where the fancy neighborhoods that I can't afford to live in, and that thing just went flying. Where did it go? I have lost a tipper. This is why I don't like doing videos. Oh my goodness. There's no telling where this thing went. You gotta be kidding me. How did I lose it? Oh, it is gone. That's why I got to get rid of stuff. Sorry, I probably messed the audio up in this video doing that. I just lost a tipper. Somebody remind me later. You lost a tipper in that video. No, so my advice is, because piecing it together is for the average person. If you don't have already a large collection of pieces to pull from, it still will be close to the price of a used one to piece together by the time you figure in shipping and stuff. I had a lot of stuff already that I could get it from, and then I parted out things to get some of the other things, and the average person couldn't do that. So just keep looking. You're never. That's why old sets go up in value. People didn't buy them when they were in stores, and then they want them, and then they go up in value, and then it becomes harder to find them at cheap prices. But with anything, with any Lego, it's like, I know the people that get kind of snobby towards my opinion about certain illegitimate clone brands like Lepin was. There's legitimate clone brands like Kobe, and I guess we shouldn't really call them clone brands, but other brick building companies, Mega Brands, Kobe, Nanoblocks, who's a different scale. Those are all legitimate companies that sell their bricks for sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on what it is. But, they say, well, I buy Lepin because, the kids can't afford it. I'm like, well, you can afford Lego. If you can buy a Lepin set, you can afford a Lego that's legitimate. And they still cost money. They're not free. And let's say you wanted a Star Wars set, and Lepin made they outright stole it and reproduced one that it was a $500 set. They're selling it for $100. That's still $100 of hard-earned money that's not going to be worth anything, because this Lepin garbage is not going to be worth selling at a later time. But you could take that $100 and you could smartly shop and find a lot of good Lego stuff. Might be used, but it would be better to buy used Lego than new rip-off brand stuff. And I'm not talking about Mega Constructs or anything like that. I'm talking about just criminal stuff. But anyway, I didn't mean to get off in that tangent. So no, I don't know anywhere where you're going to get that for retail price, but that's why things go up in value. All right, got another question from Blah1, who says, have you heard or seen a new Lego color coming out in 2022 called Vibrant Yellow? Saw this color in a list by Ryan Howiter under the first color reference link in Bricklink. So no, I haven't heard of it. Not surprised that they do have a new color coming out. And he said, just wondering how many different shades of yellow there will be. Oh, and the other thing with Bricklink is that people will have something, especially if it's old, they'll make up their own colors. Like Lego didn't officially name this color, and then sometimes people do things like, there will be the same color, it's supposed to be the same color, but Lego, the way Lego molded it, it has a different shade, and they'll try to sell that as a rare color. I don't think that's right, and I know people have done it, but I've gotten like light bluish grays that are different shade of light bluish gray in modern sets. I mean, it's a problem. It's not, doesn't make it worth money, like a lot of money. So I haven't looked that color up even since I saw your comment, but if it's official color, you'll see it in sets. If it's a made-up color, you'll never see it in sets. So I don't know for sure with vibrant yellow, so I should look that up in the future. All right. Yes, so Martin Jensen asked the same question that InTalk asked about the Bionicle set, which I actually still have right here on the table. It did have the Lego logo on it. It's just really small. So I know a lot of people might have missed that video where I answered that question. And it was something I should have, when I was making the video, I should have checked that out. You know, does it have the Lego logo on it? I did already check that it was in the Bricklink catalog, and usually they won't put something in there unless it's officially branded as Lego. So yeah, it's definitely official Lego merchandise, just made by a different company with authorization to put the Lego logo on there. And I want to do something with that. Hopefully soon. I got to open it up. I'll probably do a separate video just for the voice changer as I get back to a different schedule next year. I know I got a lot of comments about, because I say I just can't do daily next year. Doesn't mean I won't average more than one video a day. It's just like I can't take the time to film a video every day. All right. Yes, I'm gonna put yes. Yes. It has Lego logos on it. All right, so that catches us up. Oh wait, I got another question here from. Did I answer this question? I don't know. This is from Geology Joe. Hey, Geology Joe. And it's not about rocks. He says, what % of different pieces you have in your store are good sellers versus those that sit there and don't sell often? I tell you, I don't get into it that deeply. I just know when stuff, if I really look and I see stuff and there's something stuck in there, I'll just worry about it later. Things don't sell, just lower the price. But I would say, I got over 6,000 lots in my store. The average order has anywhere from 10 to maybe 50 lots at the most, and then you get some that are bigger, some that are smaller, just depending on what it is. But yeah, there's going to be things that sell better, like things you wouldn't, I don't know if you wouldn't think, but like 1x2 plates. Seems like every order has 1x2 plates in it for some reason, of various colors, black or white or red, something like that. Just, you think it's a common part, but there's always somebody needing 1x2 plates, which I guess shouldn't surprise me, because I remember there's a few years ago I was piecing together something and I couldn't find 1x2 red plates anywhere in the basement. I had exhausted my red plate container, and they ended up putting it on Pick-a-Brick, and I bought a cup of 1x2 plates so that I would never be looking for 1x2 plates again. In the color red anyway. So there's certain things that were always going to be in demand. Tiles, certain generic plates and bricks. But as far as overall percentage, I would say probably 95% of the store sits there for the most part, and then eventually things will sell. I think a lot of the orders are only a small percentage of whatever's there. You just got to wait till somebody needs, and it could be a lot of the orders that I place on Bricklink, where I go looking for one particular piece and I'll find it, and then I'll add 15 different other things to my order. So I don't know necessarily when somebody comes to my store, what was the one thing that drew them there. I do see sometimes when, it hasn't happened as much recently, but you used to be able to tell when somebody was piecing together something, whether it be the Lego minifigure set or a modular. You could always tell, okay, they're trying to piece together cafe corner, but over time I run out of those parts, so that you don't see it as much anymore. But yeah, sometimes you can tell when people are piecing together. Oh, what was it? There was a set. Oh yeah, somebody bought a lot of the pieces from the Saturn V rocket, which I was like, well, that's still in stores. You can go buy it, but maybe they were using it for something else. Or maybe they were trying to piece it together instead of buying the set. I don't know. So that's a good question, Geologio. I just don't have the answer. Scotty Blocks. Hello, Scotty Blocks. He says, what's the red and blue truck on the shelves behind you? Is it an Oxford model? Which one are you talking about? I'm looking. It's a recent video because it's got the Titanic up there, which you can't see. This is my tipper truck. I guess he's talking about my tipper truck. I don't know. Zaza Sorina says, what mic are you using? So that's a Rode 2 microphone. It's wireless, but today I'm using a wired mic, so we'll see how crappy the audio is today. I bet you it messed up when I went under the table looking for that tipper. So I've built 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8. I've built 20 tippers, so I think that's good enough for this video. Whew, 20 tipper trucks, and yeah, I could have probably built 40 if I wasn't talking to you, but I enjoyed answering your questions. I hope this video turns out. I get a little nervous when I talk this long and I haven't checked to see if I'm still recording. This may be one of those things where I'm like, oh no, or if I play back and listen to the audio, I'm like, oh, the audio was bad through the whole video, and I did all that talking and I have no idea what I said. All I know is I lost a piece filming this video, which I am going to go look for as soon as I get done building this last one, which will be number 21, but technically one of those was built before I filmed. So yeah, we'll build 20 tipper trucks, getting these ready to go to Brick Fair, Alabama very, very soon in January, and we'll have the world's largest tipper truck and the world's largest tipper truck army to show you guys. So thank you for watching. That's what we built today, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll be in a different shirt. I guess I should have told you I'm wearing this Big Bend National Park, the shirt my wife picked up, I think, at Belk. So I'm going to go. You probably can't see my head now. See you guys tomorrow.